What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let's start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its Gina. I would like this.
Hey, what's up?
No,
I like that.
You like it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get us
pretty
right.
Cool.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, man, welcome to the show, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. The holidays are here, so be careful.
And it's cold.
Baby, it's cold.
Single digits out there.
It is, but you know, wherever you at, man, y'all know this is December, so you know it's going to either be cold or colder than it normally is, so we already know about that. Look. Before we get started, man, look, we have to, I always say, give flowers while people are here so that they can enjoy them, right? We had a lot of people that died in the past couple of days, though, all right? So I want to give shout outs to the family, I'm going to show you in a second, to the families, and our prayers go out to all of these families, okay? You all remember Carlton, I'm sorry, that's his name. He sang the song, I'm a bad mama jama. She's a bad mama jama. Well, he died.
Yeah.
I think yesterday, something like that, okay?
Condolences to his family.
Condolences to his family. This next guy, his name is Peter Green.
Peter.
He played.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew he played. Yep.
And The Mask, you know, he recently died. We also lost Anthony Geary from General Hospital, right? Luke,
I didn't know he passed. Luke.
Yeah, he passed. Yes, Luke.
That's
Not that
Luke.
Luke from General Hospital. Luke and Laura, remember them?
Yeah, Luke and
Laura.
Laura.
I say Rob Reiner for last, okay?
Rob yeah. Oh my God, that's a sad story right there.
That's a very sad story. Evidently, from what we're hearing, allegedly, his son is the one that killed him. His daughter.
I can't even imagine. Come on, that's your mom and pop.
I don't get it, but
I don't get that either.
Here's the problem for me, okay, with this particular one. What is wrong with our president, for real? This is what he wrote on a tweet, all right? A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife. Okay, that's great, right? Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDF. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. Then he says, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. You can't make everything about you. This man is an icon. You cannot make everything about you. What's
this,
up, Mo?
I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Don't say it. Don't say it. But anyway,
man,
you know, condolences to all of those families. All right, we don't ever want to see or hear about anybody dying. But you know, it's inevitable that people do die as we get older. But not for a reason like that in the Rob Branner case. All right, so condolences to all of the people that we put up here, and we pray for everybody's families that they deal with it in the appropriate ways. All right, so tonight it's Monday. We never date shows, but today is Monday, and it's the Relationship Roundtable. And to help us so that we can get it out there right, so we can't be putting it out there wrong. And remember, the Relationship Roundtable is about the real talk. We don't pretend, we don't perform. We ask you as an audience member, as well as the guests that come on the show, to share what they want, be comfortable with what you're sharing. We listen, we don't judge, and we don't try to fix anybody. If something at home, though, that's good. Use that, okay? That means we're actually doing our job, all right? So we want to welcome, first of all, so that I won't get cursed out today.
Get it right. Get it right.
There you go.
Verbally assault you.
Pat.
You think you're getting cussed at.
How you doing, Reverend Pat?
I am doing good. How are y'all doing? What an intro. What an intro.
I just introduced you first. You are there. She is first, y'all, okay? As she threatened us to be. So thank you, Reverend Pat, for coming to the show, hanging out with us. And as always, man, my brother's brother. Brother Banks. What's going on, Brother Banks?
Hey, how y'all doing this evening?
What's going on?
Awesome.
Chilling, man. We got
y'all looking like new money.
Man, we trying to stay new money as the year goes to the end. It's the old year getting ready to go out, new one coming in. So
man, you know it.
We here, man. But these are two of the members of Melanin and Marriage. What up, Steve?
Hey, everybody.
And you guys really need to go check out that magazine that they published. Need to go check it out. It's very interesting. And again, they're not being opinionated. They're giving their interpretation of what needs to be, in their eyes, what needs to be done in these relationships. All right. And I think the more positive information that we get, the better, as opposed to my foolishness. All right. The better. So, hey, look, I'm transparent. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. And most of the relationship advice I give will get you wrong. It will get you out of your relationships. I'm wrong. Absolutely, Steve. I am wrong. So, hey, we got people on here that are going to be intentional.
On this DopelivenTV are not necessarily those of DopelivenTV or its affiliates. If you don't like it, get your own damn show. I'm sorry. Get your own dark own show.
How you doing, Brother Banks? How you doing, Reverend Pat?
Hey, what's happening with you?
All right. Hey, Gina. Hey, Cuz.
What's going on, Cuz?
Glad you're doing better.
It's cold.
Amber says, hey, family.
It's a little cold here.
Amber?
What's going on, Amber?
What's up, Bobby? Bobby!
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby! Hey, Amber.
Hey, Amber, everybody.
A rhythm with Amber name. It's just too short. Amber. You can't do that like you can do Bobby!
Bobby! Boy,
you got to know how to do it. Hey, Amber.
Oh, there we go, Amber.
If Whitney Houston was still alive, I would get her on the show. If Whitney Houston was still alive, I'd get her on the show so she can just call out Bobby. Hey, Bobby! Bobby! Let's go, she said, shaking my head. We love you, Bobby. Let's get started.
Roll up, Bobby, roll up.
Let's get started now. The good doctor was here a second ago, but she left. I don't know why she left. But we gonna get started, okay? And the first question that I have is that we all have gone through this round, this merry-go-round of getting people, getting in relationships, getting in these marriages, whatever, okay? But the thing is, it's been a merry-go-round. Okay, so if somebody keeps choosing the wrong partner, what's really the problem?
You got to look at yourself. Got to take a good long look at yourself.
That's a whole lot.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, that's a
You're
whole lot
trying
to
to
take
find
in.
somebody before you healed.
if everybody is wrong, then it's either you're the problem or you are repeating the same old thing, thinking you're going to get different results, which is completely insane.
But don't that mean you still the problem?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just asking. Just
I mean,
asking.
a short way to put that. Yeah, you're the common denominator out of this.
Right. So
out of
you
this
shouldn't
package.
find somebody till you're healed because you're still trying to find who you are.
Okay, Stephen, that brings up a good point, because if you haven't healed, can you heal with someone else?
You bring up
No. No.
You bring up a real good point, and that's a good way to look at it, because a lot of people look for a person to help them heal.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't. And I feel good because the Reverend agreed with me. I feel like I did something right.
Let's go shut up.
I know, right?
You know me. I'm not to go against you, but I'm gonna have to
Oh,
go
Brother
against
Banks.
Banks.
You know what's interesting about that question is that you asked, the part that's interesting is when you say, if you keep choosing the wrong person. The reason I say that is interesting is because you can meet somebody that people might deem as the wrong person, the guy on the side of the tracks, or the woman who, was a stripper or whatever. And you meet that person and they turn their whole life around. But in everyone's eyes, that was the wrong person.
I mean, I didn't say can't turn your life around, but it still may have been the wrong person for you.
Well, I think was what he was saying, what the question was intimating was, if you keep choosing the same people and the relationships never work out.
Right, that's how I looked at it.
Denominator. That's how I looked at it, because you can meet someone, and just like Gina said, if that person was meant for you, they can turn your life around. You can make a 360. Now, the only reason everybody's going to think they're the wrong person, which is why too often we give away too much information about the people that we care for.
Right. Don't tell them you're the stripper.
Between you and a person. Your mom and them, your daddy and them, your grandmama and them don't need that person's whole resume.
Because your daddy ain't gonna tell him that he seen at the strip club, because then they know he was at the strip club.
You gonna find out.
That's like an episode of House of Pain. You been watching House of Pain, Gina?
Whoa. If they see him at the strip club, don't go tell mama. Come tell me you saw him at the strip club.
Hey, you know Junior baby mama used to work at that strip club now.
But that's still, if you don't want to tell somebody, but shouldn't you still be transparent at the beginning of your relationship? You got to let them know everything.
But I don't think it's the information of the person that's driving your thought process and driving your choices. You know, people give off certain energies, they give off certain personality traits that you're used to. And so you don't know if you're really choosing the wrong person until you get to know them a little bit more. But your initial interaction basically is gauged off of looks and energy.
Right.
What that person, make you feel like, because you can walk in a room and say, man, I don't like that dude, or I don't like that one. You know what I'm saying? You don't know why you don't like them. They just give you a vibe.
Brother Banks, it really, you can't really say that now about looks and stuff, because so many people now with this internet, you talk to a person so long and they never even seen them.
You don't even know what they look like.
and honestly, you can fall in love with a spirit of someone.
But that's kind of my point. You're manifesting or manufacturing relationships based off of the energy of the spirit of that person.
Well, yeah, I understand.
And so what I'm saying with that is, you don't really know if it's the wrong person until you start to get to know a little bit more about them.
Okay.
Right. But some people have a type that you like, oh man, you know, that person looked more like the last person they had, or they.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe you should change your type then.
Maybe you should change your type. I was about to say the same thing.
Well, maybe they suck.
Sometimes the best person for you is the person that you never expected, because we go into situations thinking that this is what I wanted, this is what I needed. He's got to be 6 foot tall and he's got to have good hair so my babies won't have nappy hair. And this is a complete total fool. And God has someone already chosen for you that does not fit that bill.
Right.
Well, you know, I said the same thing more or less last week. You know, a lot of people have been sitting next to they forever love forever, and it didn't fit that bill in their mind. You know, that my wife tell me the same thing. You know, she tell a story all the time. You know, that I wasn't one. You know, she get on her knees and pray, and you know, next thing you know, we going out or something. So she said, no, not him, Lord. You know, it's 30-something years later. So, and we still
so
together.
Mo, you just brought up something that leads to another question, okay? Because it's somebody that you feel is somebody that you're going to be with for the rest of your life, blah 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 blah. Do soulmates really exist?
I believe. Let me tell you what I believe about soulmates.
What do you believe?
It's kind of something that's it's a evolution kind of thing. You know, of course, soulmates just don't happen to see each other every day. It's one of those things where, you know, you start getting to talking, get to knowing that person, and you know, you start feeling that kinship. You know, you feel that thing that both of y'all kind of melt together when you're together, and when you're apart, it don't feel right. That's the kind of thing.
You don't feel whole. You feel it's like half of you. I believe soulmates truly exist.
I believe they do, because the word of God says he that finds a wife finds a good thing.
I think that's when you found what God gave you, when you found a soulmate.
If you find the one that God has for you, that's your soulmate.
Yes.
Whether you were expecting to find them or you didn't expect to find them, the majority of the time, I'm talking about from a woman's perspective. When I talk to young women, my first instruction is stop looking. You're not supposed to look. You're looking too hard. If you would just sit back and spend your time loving on you and being prepared to be a wife instead of trying to find a husband, things will work out better. Because if you go into the relationship as a woman prepared to be a wife, and he finds you, 9 times out of 10, a man knows when he's met his wife. He knows when he's met that 3 a.m. call, and he also knows when he's met that wife.
Can he be wrong?
Sure. Anybody
can be wrong. I married 2 wrong, so anybody can be wrong.
And 2 wrongs didn't make a right.
But wait a minute, though.
Wait a minute. G.
You married 2 wrongs.
Brother Banks said you can't be wrong.
You can be though.
Not if you following God. Not if you following God.
Well, no, yeah, not if you following God. Not if you following God.
I haven't been wrong. I haven't been wrong.
My brother told me he was gonna marry the girl across the street. He used to send me across the street and say, "Hey, my brother say like you all that." It's 2025. They have 4 kids, probably 10 grandbabies, and he said, "That's my wife."
That's my wife.
And that's kind of my point.
You strong right there.
I love that story.
Knows.
My
a
2
man
wrongs
knows.
were not God chosen. They were.
She did not like him. She did not like him, but boy, do she love him.
Because like she said, it ain't for her to find him. It's for him to find her.
Exactly. And women shouldn't look. Allow yourself to be found.
Allow yourself to be found.
And that's the thing. When women are out there looking, they always get the wrong thing, because there's an underlying form of desperation in there. And so when they meet someone, they think, oh, this is the one, because you're out there looking, you hunting, you're out there sniffing, and so you sniff up on the wrong tree.
They turn themselves into a predator and everyone else is prey.
Dr. Marie, don't go nowhere.
Exactly.
Don't go nowhere. Hey,
Remember the old
everybody, Dr.
song?
Marie.
Remember
Dr.
that
Marie,
old song, when the hunter gets caught by the prey?
Mm.
That's the season we're in.
Yep.
That's the season we're in. They're starting in they're starting in middle school. The girls are making the moves before the boy can even breathe yet. So when you flip the script, when you flip the way that God has set things up, you get the results that you get. So you can spend $50, $60, $100,000 on a marriage. That doesn't mean that marriage is going to work,
It
because
won't
we do
last.
so much.
You mean for the wedding?
I don't care how much money you spend on a wedding. If it's not there, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work.
That's right. $50,000 on a wedding, and it don't work
$50,000 on a wedding
somebody
and
gonna
divorce in 3
They
years.
do it every day.
And
They do it
divorced
every
in
day.
3 years.
They do it every day. And why do we do it? Why do we do the things that we do?
We don't do it. They do it.
They do it because
Yeah.
they are imitating what they see. And when you see these big time pastors making a whole show out of a wedding, which takes the
God out of it.
importance off of the covenant that's being made, and turns the marriage into an entertainment piece for social media,
It's
then,
commercial.
of course, these younger people are going to follow that model, because that's what they see, and that's how they feel like they're validated.
That's why
If they can up their friend, if they can up their girlfriend,
I was just getting ready to say that. Who can have the better wedding?
Who can have
I
the
can
better
top
wedding?
that one.
Who can watch it? Like they say, like Greg told us, as long as they can watch you for a longer amount of seconds, they trying to hold on.
Dr. Marie keep leaving every time I try to get there, and we keep cutting Brother Banks off when he's trying to talk too. So let's give our Brother
I'm sorry,
Banks.
go on, Brother Banks.
No, that's all good. I was just going to say about, a lot of times women are looking, they're not looking for a husband. They're looking to validate their peer group, and they're looking for titles. They're looking to satisfy societal norms and expectations. So that's why sometimes they settle for a man that might come into their life that might not be equally yoked. They'll settle for him because it wasn't really meant for them. They just say, you know what, so that's where some of it comes into play, where you're choosing the wrong person because you're choosing for the wrong reasons.
Or you be coming with it like that psychology. You be coming with them, Brother Banks. Come on.
Hey, everybody,
Come on, boy. You be coming with them. You be sitting there. I be think I'm on office time. Do I owe you a
I
check?
gotta take a second here. Hold on. I gotta take a second here before she leaves again. Dr. Esther, everybody say what's up to Doctor.
Hey, Dr. Marie.
Come on, we need you.
I'm loving that Jack City blue hat.
Real quick, Edgar Williams says God also gives you free will, and you have to put the work in for what you want. I agree with Reverend Pat, but at the same time, women have to put themselves in a position to be found. All right. And Amber Penn says exactly, the moment you stop looking, you find yourself, and then boom, you meet the love of your life. Stop looking. I don't think anybody should be looking. Let God bring them to you. Let God bring them to you. Period. You'll know, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that soulmate thing. I don't know about that. Okay.
you'll know when you need her.
No, I won't.
I was just about to say that, Reverend Pat. When you find her, you'll understand. You'll know.
You'll understand. It's a whole different feeling than I met someone.
Trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Greg,
I call it checkmate. Go ahead, Mo.
When you do meet her, the last thing you want to do is hurt her. The last thing. You'd rather cut your tongue out than say anything wrong to her. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like you say, the last thing you want to do with her is breathe, because you don't want to breathe with nobody else.
That's when you found that one.
That's it.
I mean, just kind of go back to what your brother, he kind of knew who he was going to be with. And just for me, I knew in both situations where I got married, the first time and this time.
I was waiting on that, Brother Andre. I didn't want to mess with you. Now I was going to say, can you find multiple soulmates?
Yeah, I mean, you have soul ties, right? But right then and there when you feel that person's essence, you know what I'm saying? And I said it live, I said it on tape, and I said it in front of her face. I knew exactly who my wife was going to be when we sat down at that table.
Both times.
Yes.
Can I interject? Because there's something different between a soul tie and a soul mate. Because you can have a soul tie and they don't end up being your soul mate.
Exactly. I agree with that. That's why I said
those are two different things. Those are two. If it's your soul mate, if it's the one that God meant for you, you're gonna be just like Moby. You're gonna be sitting up 30-something years later, 50-something years later, 19 years later. My first 2 marriages lasted a year and a half. Could have been a soul tie, but it sure wasn't a soul mate.
My parents were married 40 years.
My parents, 52 years.
That was a bow tie, Reverend.
So, that was a what? No. I'm a very simple person, and I don't believe that God created marriage for me to be unhappy. So I'm out. I ain't giving you 15 years to make me unhappy.
It has to be unhappy for a long time to say I'm out, because I always thought it say through, it's through good and bad.
It can be. That's your soulmate.
Is everybody just leaving after bad?
But look, no. I didn't say that. I said up front, I chose. God wasn't in the mix the first 2 times.
Okay.
I chose. When I knew that I needed to let go of what I expected and what I wanted, I said, God, now those first 2, those on me. This next one is going to be on you. I'm taking my hands off of it.
I love you, Reverend. I really do. For what you just said and explained, I truly loved you. You said, hey, before it was just all me. Just, hey, I was running on me.
Yeah.
But when I released and let him choose and show me and brought me what he wanted me to have.
And he was sitting right next to me all the time. We went on one date and we're married 4 months later.
And see, he watched you choose all them bad ones.
Huh?
He watched you choose all them bad ones.
No. But he knew what he was getting. So he watched a whole lot of folk try.
He was just waiting on his turn. That's it. He knew.
That's exactly what he told his grandson.
Byron
says
so it's so much that goes into that first question that Greg asked us, because women are trained differently. We're brought up to believe that our worth and our value is in whether or not we're married. And so that gets misconstrued in some women's minds. They feel like they're not complete if everybody under the sun is getting married, and they're not. I married the first time because my youngest sister was getting married. Every cousin I knew was getting married.
Because everybody else is getting married.
Everybody's getting married. I'm sick of the grandparent, the aunties asking, girl, when you gonna get a man? I have a man. I just don't want to marry him.
So you got married like a new pair of Jordans.
Societal pressures of being married. First mistake. So there's a lot of reasons why we do things. Either we're being pressured by society, we've been taught that this is what you have to do. There's a lot of things that go into it. And really, the gentleman said a woman needs to be in position to be married. No, a woman needs to be ready to be a wife before she marries.
Exactly.
Well, and a lot of those marriages back in some of our days were 12 gauge marriages.
Absolutely.
I asked a woman to marry me once, my son's mother, but then I also realized we were not ready to get married. So I backed off of it, but we were not ready to be married. And I'm not trying to get married and be married multiple times. When I'm married like God said, and we go do it.
All night long. Look, here's the next question here. And it's going to some of the stuff that you guys were talking about in there. So in light of the things that you were talking about, what's worse? Leaving too soon or staying too long? If that relationship is not working, what's worse?
Do you know in our culture how many Black women stayed because they had children, 5, 8, 9, 10 children, and they stayed while their men were in the streets running women, weren't trying to pretend like they were anything other than whoremongers, but they brought their checks home and those women didn't have any other options. Of course, people stay too long. People stay too long for a myriad of reasons. Even in 2025, women stay because that person brings the money in. That person pays all the bills. There's a problem anytime you're in anything that does not bring you joy.
Your peace.
It's time to go. I'm just being frank honest. We don't like to talk about that in the church because somebody gonna tell you, well, you know Jesus. Well, sometimes Jesus will tell you it's time for you to get up out of this mess. I created you for better than this.
Yeah.
People stay for many different reasons, especially women. Especially women. Y'all don't have no problem leaving. Y'all pack up and go in a heartbeat. Bye. See,
that's not true, Reverend. All men don't just pack up and go. Don't say that. And look, I'm with you, Brother Banks. I see you shaking your head. I am with you.
I didn't say all men.
Go on, Brother Banks, because you're gonna make it sound better than I can.
Listen, she made a sweeping statement on women. You know,
you did it. You do too.
I did, but in this context that you placed it, it's like relationships are only held on to because women stay for a myriad of reasons.
No, I did not say that.
As if men don't leave relationships.
Men do leave relationships.
Yeah.
Didn't you see the news this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you see the coach from Michigan?
Yeah.
He didn't leave.
Well, we don't just leave relationships, right? We don't just leave relationships because of infidelity.
You are a lie and the truth.
He didn't leave a relationship. He just added one on.
The one thing a man cannot stand, you can cheat all day long, but you let that woman cheat on you and you out. Don't dare say that.
It's easier to clean a tree than it is a cave.
Damn.
What the hell? Where'd that come from?
Because she talked about relationships and she say, hey, I just threw that out there.
No.
Yeah, just because you lean forward into the camera don't make it right.
Brother Banks, I was going to say this, but Brother Banks, y'all know when Gina is getting ready to say something different because Gina's eyes get funny. Reverend Pat leads into a question, boy. She be leaning into a question.
I'm sorry, Gina.
No, I'm serious. Maybe in your mind, men don't leave because of infidelity. But ask any woman what would happen if she slept with another man and her man found out about it. You do not like that. Men don't deal with their women sleeping with other men. Now they can have all the affairs they want, but it's a different thing for a man to have his woman sleeping with another man.
I agree. That's why I said the comment I said.
I don't agree. I don't
agree either.
Go ahead, Gina.
I can't agree because I know a situation that happened to, and he begged her to come back, and he told her, I promise you, if you come back home, we can forget about this. I'll never. And she went back home, and it never was talked about, and they still together. I think they in 30 plus years.
And that's cool, and that is a blessing.
That's a rarity.
But that's a blanket statement that you made, Reverend Pat, and it's it's not indicative of everybody. Okay, so I don't agree with you on that one. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, see now you're about to make me throw out statistics. So statistically,
throw them out.
Men have cheated 50% of their life, and because I've done a whole research paper on this. So statistically, men has cheated 50% of the marriage. Before, back in the day, women had cheated 10%, but now they're equal to men. And today, in 2025, they're equal to men in the marriage and infidelity. And so women had now caught up to men, and men has been cheating 50% of the time since the Victorian period, which is back 1895. And so that has always been in effect.
No, men have been cheating way before the Victorian times.
Well, I mean, that's probably true, but I'm just telling you as far back as my research went.
Okay, go all the way back to slavery, because white men were sleeping with black women and having affairs and sleeping with women. That ain't cheating. I don't know what that is.
Y'all done went back to Harriet Tubman. Look at y'all.
But that's a rape, right? You talking about rape?
It's infidelity.
That was a rape, though.
It's infidelity.
Right.
That's
a
white
different
dude too.
situation.
Right, because you forced them to have sex.
Dr. Marie, I need to hear from you.
You going off the rails on that one.
So I don't want to touch
I
that
can't
part,
get with you
but
on
I
that.
will say this: there's a difference. I don't know where your statistics are or when you had them, but it is still slightly different. There still is 61% of men, but there is still a 34% for women who have cheated. But I want to go back to I just want to slide this in. The difference between loving someone, because I think it was Amber or one of them spoke about lust. When you're tied to someone, a lot of times it is lust. But when you know you found your soulmate, when you have peace, that's what it is. Soul ties equals lust. When you have your soulmate, it's peace, not chaos. When you are in lust, you are there for the physical, not the mental, not the emotional or anything. It's the feeling that you have, and you just want to get it. You're trying to get it in. So definitely two different things. But back to the conversation, and now again, this is just where I got my metrics from. I did some research on this for a couple, and it was still slightly higher that men cheat. But what I will say is that women have become bolder these days. Back then, women weren't bold. They wouldn't, they wouldn't cheat. They didn't want to share themselves with other men. And I kind of agree with Reverend Pat when she said men, they don't want something that someone else has touched, not to be in love with. It's fine if you look good and you feel good. Yeah, they want to tap you, but they're not going to wife you if they know that you slept with someone else. So I understood where you were coming from with that, but I think that the difference is between men and women is women, when they cheat, they are very strategic, and it'll be a while before you know, unless they want you to know.
Unless I agree.
People may not find out that the woman is they're not going to find out until she wants you to know. Women
she was cheating with your best friend.
And you never know
that
it.
too.
You're never gonna know it. So that's my opinion. I just want to put that out there. But people cheat for different reasons. So it doesn't always have to be infidelity. Like you don't have to cheat because someone else cheated, or people don't always divorce because of infidelity. They can divorce because they're not compatible. A lot of times people are getting married at young ages, or like Reverend Pat alluded to, for different reasons, for the wrong reasons. And when you find that, you decide you don't want to stay. So a lot of people leave, but I think most people stay for the wrong reasons, and that's because of your children. You're not realizing that you're staying and you're penalizing those kids because they see it. They see the angst, they see that you don't want to be together. So I don't believe in staying too long if that's not where your heart is. If that's not where you want to be, then don't stay. You're making yourself miserable, and eventually you break. And when you break, you're no good to anyone that is in your circle.
Yeah.
Byron says infidelity is a medical problem. People have brains and genitals, but unfortunately, there's not enough blood to run them both effectively at the same time. Go ahead, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Dr. Marie. I mean, you put you put a stamp on some things, that especially with the variety of reasons why marriages, because I just couldn't get on board with just the infidelity ending marriages, because there's financial issues that end marriages, but just kind of tapping into the original question, which one is more detrimental? I think staying too long is more detrimental than leaving too soon, because as you build, especially if you have kids, staying too long can actually create that that illusion that abusive relationships are loving relationships, and sometimes they can stay too long, and the children can actually see that this relationship needs to be over, and they start dropping nuggets in one of the parents ear that, hey, mom or dad, you need to get out of this situation, regardless depending on which side of the the coin the abuse or the bad relationship is coming from.
And that's so true, because you think about this, how many examples that are out there from our parents' generations that had that bad marriage, you know, and you know, on the outside, you know, they had those ones that talk really nasty to each other, and those are not the good examples. The good examples are the ones in the marriages, you know, they might have lasted 40, 50 years, but deep down inside, after the first 10, they started hating each other for real, like Fred Sanford and Esther. You know what I mean? They really hate each other. They just wasn't happy.
They wouldn't in no relationship. Don't do that.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, the way they argue this out.
You don't know that, Stephen.
Hey, but what's crazy? Did you know Donna and Esther was really sisters in real life?
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
But I tell y'all, when y'all was on infidelity too, well, we must understand and know too, infidelity is not just physical.
Absolutely not. People don't understand cheating could be, you could text somebody and it's cheating.
You can text somebody and it's cheating.
Illusion, oh, penetration. No, your mind and your heart leaves first.
Exactly.
Before your body parts. And people just assume it, but it's not okay. When you're cheating with your words and with your heart, that's different. That sometimes that's worse than actually penetrating someone.
I agree with you 100%.
Y'all be on the Melanin and Marriage people be on point on this stuff, man. Because
I agree with you 100%.
I don't be thinking like that. If I text somebody, it's you know, I'm texting, but hey.
No, because I mean, because like she said, cheating mentally, spiritually, that is truly deeper than any touch.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, if you're texting a female, or if you're a woman and you're texting a male, and your husband doesn't know about it, your wife doesn't know about it, that is a problem.
That mean I could be right next to you and you wondering why I'm smiling, why I got these laughter in me. and it has nothing to do with you.
With you.
What you laughing about?
Because he's telling the truth. Because don't be texting and kick and cock on, and I'm sitting right there. I want to know.
Oh my God.
Sister.
And maybe throw a conversation in there with you.
You get caught up in that feeling of somebody giving you some attention. That's what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There goes your mind and the heart, because you're getting attention that you feel that you're not getting at home. But you know, that's not always right.
Your phone got that little text ring at 7 a.m. Because they didn't text. They didn't text you. Good morning.
This sexy little body got some interest in me. You know, men and they egos.
Oh, get out of here with this.
Gina, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by that, Gina.
I'm a comfortable fat man, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, ladies.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you meant by that. Could you explain?
You know when that
please?
sexy little woman come over to you and say something sweet, you smiling. Oh, I didn't call it that person's attention.
So what?
Oh,
you know,
don't they smile when we go over there and say something like we didn't call their attention?
Hey, let me get a couple of these comments in, y'all. Terrell Roper said monogamy is European traditional culture, needs to get back to polyamorism. Okay, Marion Banks Caldwell says, if it comes up here, it's crazy how people always are quick to say that person better not cheat on me, but they end up doing the same thing. And phone conversations are definitely the start of cheating. I don't think so. Let's just.
Of course you would.
That's why you got so many women.
Of course you would.
Excuse me. I don't jump on me, y'all. But a lot of women that cheat with women, that's how it starts. Because that single one that get to telling that one friend that's having those problems, girl, you don't need that man.
Oh, please put Frank comment up there. Lord have mercy. He said, so is it cheating if she giving him what you want and you not able to? I think if you think
Frank, it is.
It's cheating.
It absolutely is.
You just trying to throw a reason out there.
That's the
definition of cheating. Frank threw that out there.
Conversations need to be had prior to being with someone. And that's the problem. We be so, focused on lust and looks and all of that instead of having real conversations. What do you like? What don't you like? What are you willing to do? What are you not? What is the deal breaker? What is the trigger? These are the conversations that you need to have before you get into relationships with someone and expect to take it a little bit further. Because when you don't have conversations, you end up with people doing exactly what Frank said.
What Frank just said.
Well, you don't want to do it, so Well, guess what? You knew that when you met me, or had you asked, you would know that. So, you know, you waste all this time. That's time wasting. And when you
Make
get
love
to a
to my
certain
mind.
relationship, I got time to waste not a minute. I only get one life. God
That's
gives
it.
one.
That's
You
right.
don't have time to waste
Amen.
on people, so
So,
you got to ask questions.
so with that,
And if
with
you're in
that,
the right kind of relationship, if there's something that's lacking, you should be able to go to your partner and share that with your partner.
Absolutely.
I can't give you what you haven't told me you need.
Absolutely.
And it
Totally.
might be a partner where they gonna bring it out of you that you thought you didn't have no more.
Right.
Then you know that's the soulmate. Oh my God, it didn't work a couple partners ago.
Look, Ludacris said that he wanted a lady in the street, but it wasn't a bed. I mean, you can still be that professional chick, but what
I
you
mean,
do
no,
yours
you
is your
just
business. But you don't have to give it to the world. It's supposed to be for the person you lay with.
Right.
exactly. Ain't nobody said a wife can't be nasty to her husband.
Absolutely. Frank said
oh
if
boy,
he's giving 100%,
oh
that's a
Lord,
conversation between you and her. That's that 80-20. You got to figure that out. But were you getting that 100 or 50-50 before you decided to say, yes, I want a relationship with you? You have to think about that. If you're not getting it up front, don't expect to get it on the
It's
back end.
happening. It
That's
ain't
It's
happening.
right.
not going to change.
Why do they make it sound like when you get married you gotta have blue collar, no fun sex?
I
I
don't
don't
know
think
who
Who
told
said
you
that?
that.
relationship should be
That's
blue collar. People
yeah.
are different.
I don't know where they write that at.
I don't know
But
who
they try
I
to
told you
make
want,
it
that.
sound like he
I
like I want
want
a
It's
wife.
sure,
no.
it's sure not in Melanin and Marriage. I can tell you that.
They
Thank
gotta
you.
jump off the
I
dresser.
don't know
They
who
gotta
told you
jump
that
off that
one.
dresser,
Hey,
hit
Right.
that
hey,
ceiling
Frank,
fan,
So
do
Frank,
all of that stuff for me, man.
we
look,
call it
you need to
Lord
go
have
to
mercy
that.
sex. That's what we
You
call
need
it.
to pick up one of Nat's books, baby. It does not stop when you get
What
married.
happened?
Life goes on.
All right, Lord
Relationships.
have mercy when you go like this. Lord have mercy.
No,
So
I
let me
ain't
ask
say
you
it
another
stopped.
question. Let me ask another question, y'all. Well, first of all, let me read this comment here. Where is it at here? Having all of those conversations doesn't mean anything because people are going to be who they are. The thing is getting to know each other. See what she's singing in this? Getting to know each other in the relationship because I don't care what I tell you or he tells me. You're not going to know that person until you actually get to know them as a person and not of what you perceive. When they get long like that, I mix up things. And you
But
just, well,
she's right to an extent. But guess what? Those conversations, when you get to know that person, they're going to
mhm.
show you who they are. So I
Mm-hmm.
can tell you everything, but your actions may not line up with what you say. And if you're intuitive and you're paying attention to that person, you're going to know if they're full of crap or not. You don't,
Mhm.
everyone doesn't believe everything that everyone says, but I do agree with what you're saying. But you got to read between the lines. A person will always show you their card. You just have to pay
You
attention.
just have to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Ah, you
Absolutely.
always going to get that representative first.
Frank said before the wedding she a freak. After then I whatever. Yeah. Uh,
All
Bobby
right,
said,
Frank, I hear you.
You need to get
Okay,
back.
"The
Frank.
love grows
You need to get back.
once a
Frank need
month."
a Frank need a
Hey,
marriage
Bobby. No,
counselor.
Bobby was right. Love do grow.
She does
Frank
grow.
need a
But
marriage counselor.
He do.
who me? Frank.
No, Frank need a wife.
So let me ask y'all this question: is it better to argue everything out or just to
No,
let it go?
you don't want
Neither.
to argue. You
Neither.
can talk.
Yeah. I'm
Argue
with you, Steven. You
is
don't want to argue because that gets you nowhere. You
no.
need to learn to listen with intent. You have to want peace. You have to want to understand what they're saying, and you need clarity. You can't argue. If you argue, and guess what? I'm tuned out. I'm not listening.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk to me like a civilized person, we can work out anything as long as you're talking to me. But when you yelling and arguing, you're gonna do that by yourself. Because probably I
Yeah,
look, I done got my purse and my keys and I'm out the door.
I agree
We
with you.
talk about it when you relax, but that doesn't get anyone, that doesn't
Anywhere.
get anywhere.
It don't get nowhere because the person that you're arguing with shuts down, so they're not hearing nothing. And like she said,
Absolutely.
you're not speaking in clarity. No
Mm-mm.
one is listening to the other person, so it's no
Listen,
communications outside of just blah 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 blah. Blah.
absolutely.
You got to learn. As we get older, man, we should mature. We really should mature
Thank
enough to be effective communicators. We really should. But
Absolutely.
that's not the case. That's
Hmm.
really not the case.
In
There's
a
some
perfect world.
immature adults, some immature 40s, 50s, and 60-year-olds out here
60-year-olds.
that has not made the transition to maturity. With that being said, arguing is out for me. But I have a good debate.
I get it though. No, I get
Bring
that.
it on.
I get that.
He said, "Bring it on."
I get that. So
because when you arguing is emotional, debating is factual. You know, so if you're gonna bring some facts to the table that I may not want to lean with, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that.
So y'all sounded like a debate with the encyclopedia when you arguing. Because well, why would the theory of it? Come on. Come on,
But,
Brother
I mean,
Banks.
it is what it is. I mean, you can argue all day long and just swing a whole bunch of loud noises and cussing. You know
But
what I'm saying?
how does it turn to a debate? I mean, because if we're at a miscommunication.
Well,
because each one of you have some truth in what you're saying.
Exactly.
And there's some facts that you may not want to hear, but they need to be heard.
That's right.
And so rather than walking away from it, you got to sit in there just like a debate. You got to sit in. You can't go nowhere.
But doesn't that turn into an argument?
No.
It only turns into an argument when you get emotional about the truth.
Or you throw a spirit or some fire or some gasoline on.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that truth, you know, thrown at you, and you don't want to look at your face.
But whose truth though?
Right, but what if you feel like that person ain't hearing your truth and you get emotional? Like me, I get emotional with the truth.
I believe that.
Yeah, that and see how truthful that is.
Your truth may not be my truth though.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So it turns from a debate to an argument because I'm trying to push my truth. I feel like you're not hearing me.
Which leads me to my last question. My last question. It leads me to the last question. Why do people want honesty in the relationship but get mad when they hear it?
They don't want honesty because honesty ain't nice. I only lie to you to keep you smiling.
What? Man, no.
You know what? That is a real life.
That's a statement.
A real life statement for a lot of men. And
how many people? How many people truly want
on this? I'm gonna have to pull
truly want honesty?
Mo,
I had to get
you
up on
gotta
that
speak
one,
on that because that's real crazy to me. So speak on that, Mo.
Yeah, that's a real statement. I reason why I say it's a real statement because you know it's a lot of people out there using that right there to keep that argument back, keep it back. They'll just stop, and whatever they say, they agree with it. I know some cats that will stop the argument and say, "Okay, baby, this is right. Don't worry," and just back off. My point don't matter at that time. And just like Steve said, he just sit up there and lied his brains out. Just to get out. You know.
The truth ain't nice. That's why the word lie exists.
Yeah, but timing and tone matters more than the content. So you know, lying is going to put you in a deeper hole.
I mean, I hear why. Oh, that's only if I get caught. And if you know how to lie, why would you get caught?
But even if you're lying, then that's a disservice to you.
Oh, see, I'm gonna lie like this. When she say something, oh, baby, where you was at? Oh, I was with this lady having dinner, baby.
See, Steve?
And then I'm gonna laugh with it. And if it come back in 2 months, I'm gonna say, you don't remember when we was laughing about that? I was like, I had dinner with that lady.
Cuz, did you forget you was on live TV?
Knowledge, you get away with that.
I'm like, I told you, you thought I was playing.
And Steve, you gonna call her.
You live to tell that story.
Did you forget you was on live TV?
That's why you gonna be on the other side of the door, Steve.
No, Gina,
I'm just saying in general because I don't lie.
On that side of the door,
I don't lie to women.
She's gonna call her two friends Smith and Wesson on his ass. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Right? That's what's gonna happen.
I've told y'all I never lie to women because I know I'm not gonna remember the lie I told you.
Terrell, real quick. Terrell says there's an imbalance of men to women in our communities. Black women outnumber black men 8-1. With black 8-1?
No.
Dude, can I get 8 of them? Can I
it's
get
bigger
8
than
of them?
that in Atlanta. It's 20-1, or it used to be 20-1. So
in Atlanta,
incarceration, gay and marriage in and out of our race. A lot of black women will never have a black man unless they're willing to share.
No. we.
I don't agree with that one. I mean, great comment,
She's
but
like, wait a minute.
I don't agree with that one at all. Everybody is not willing to share. I mean, there are
I
certain things
know.
you might share your snack, you might share clothes,
I
Hey,
but
don't
for
never
one,
want to.
going on in the
You see,
world for you to
I'd
share,
rather
spitting body parts, that's a lot.
For
I don't
one,
never want to be with more than one woman. That's just me. I don't know about other men, but I'm not into that.
you tell me I
I'm
got
not
8.
into.
You tell
I'm
me I
just
got
cool.
8. I want
I'm
my
tell you
8.
something my daddy told me
You
a
can
long
have 8, G. I only need one. God made one for me, and that's the only one I want.
My daddy
Tell me
told me
I
that
got
a
8.
long
I
time
want
ago.
8.
You want to keep your sanity? Don't try to figure it out. Get you one.
Can you
All you need
imagine
one.
the
I'm
vigor
joking, y'all. I'm joking.
and
Go ahead.
energy of a Dr. Marie and Pat together in one household?
Ooh.
I'm gonna take my one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my chance at
It depends.
one because that type of energy, brother, I be anxiety and I mean I can handle a strong woman, but
no,
yeah,
you
I'm
wouldn't.
not
You'd
with the
be the
brother with the
happiest man
But
in the
polyamorous
world.
relationship.
No,
but
you
I
wouldn't.
got an uncle boy that I know he would be up for the challenge.
You'd be the happiest
Yeah.
man in the
Look,
world.
man.
Well, did you see her? She said
We
he'd
got
be
to
the
get out of here.
happiest man of the world.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what he
just
We
said.
got
like
to
I
get
that
gotta
out
for
of
go
here.
me.
back.
That's
You
what he
I
would.
want to go back to Steven's point because I used to be that. I used to be the lie to myself kind of guy to avoid conflict. But I just wanted to add this point because when you start lying to yourself like that, you start creating anxiety in yourself, and you start lying, and I call it lying to yourself because you're not
What
helping
game
the
is this staying
situation
on?
to manifest
Please
because
stop
that
showing
person
off.
is going to continue to think that they're right even when they're wrong. And so when you start changing and maturing and start getting tired of lying to yourself, then she's gonna tell you changed. And so that's gonna create a conflict in her because all these years you've allowed her to get away with that.
She fell in
And
love with a
so
lie.
yeah.
Melanin and Marriage, guys. Melanin and
Yep.
Marriage is the magazine. So y'all tell us about Melanin and Marriage real quick. Anybody?
Yeah, we have a new December issue out, and y'all need to check it out. It's beautiful. It's some amazing articles in the in the December issue, and it's $36 to subscribe. It's digital, and if you think December, November were good, wait till January. 2026 is going to be off the chain.
I bet you it's
Really?
gonna explode in January.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you say, Dr. Marie?
Oh, I was just going to say literally the same thing. It is a marriage magazine about marriage and life for melanin people. We have Sparkle, who does Yes, I'm Single, But, and that comes through with some great activities and tips on how to keep your marriage thriving. Nicoya is our new writer. She writes about a life after marriage, being divorced. So there are a lot of beautiful things inside of the magazine. We also give opportunities for businesses to, put themselves in the magazines for promotions. It's a wonderful opportunity. And like Reverend Pat said, it is $36, but that is for one entire year, not per month. So it is a wonderful magazine. You really would do some justice if you take a look and read some of the articles. There are some powerful people in the magazine. I mean, the writing, I can read it more than one time. Like the writing, people, different opinions, but when it comes together, it's beautiful. There's a thought in there for everyone.
I read the entire magazine. As soon as she lets us get a sneak peek, I read the entire everybody's article because you're gonna learn something from everybody.
Bro,
So
Banks,
it's not just about marriage.
Y'all need to let me get in there and write about some stuff not to do.
So you know what not to do?
Oh, I got plenty of that. I got plenty.
You can be a ghostwriter. Ghostwriter Greg Gray.
Relationship right or wrong, and have a
No,
question.
just wrong. I ain't got no right. Just wrong. I can tell you how to mess up your relationship in 5 easy steps. Okay, for real. All right.
Well, at least you tell the truth, Greg Gray. That's the thing. Most people hide their mistakes and they hide behind them. But at least you keep it 100. We can't complain about that.
No choice.
Yeah.
That's how I get my peace and power. That's a shameless plug for my book. But that's how I get my peace and power. By keeping it transparent, being 100, and admitting the fact that when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right. Steve, what you got, man? We got to get out of here. Go ahead. You gonna say
Man, just
something?
happy to be here with the family and Melanin and Marriage. It's a great show. You know, the advice that they give is great. The advice that Greg give is for commercial use only. So, hey, and I tell everybody this: God only created one for you.
But if you keep telling me I got 8, I'm gonna take 8. Go ahead, Mo.
I can't.
Don't put it in front of me then. Go ahead, Mo.
God created me with 8. He want all right. Where my other 7? He got 1 in his 8.
Right. 7. I'm joking, y'all. I don't want 8. I can't.
You know what they say? Learn them something. Learn them something, Mo.
I could tell you 100,000 things, but that pertains to me and my marriage. I have been blessed, and I could give you my advice and my thing, but your thing might be 110% different. A whole different situation, financial, home life, children, all that could be different. But I'm just telling you, you got to start somewhere. The thing about us is that we took pieces and parts of things that we knew that we held to our heart, and we shared them. You know, we shared those things, and those things were, to our heart and our dearest, and that's what we based our marriage off of. That's my thing.
Swan dive, Greg. Don't worry about it. I'm cool, bro. Gina?
Man, if you have a good man or woman, hold on to him. Stop looking over on the other side of the fence, thinking it's something better over there, and I leave this alone, and that's going to be much. Listen, it's not much out here, and a good man and a good woman is hard to find.
See, I'm special.
I'll just say this: if you live with your baby mama and you in the basement, y'all ain't in a relationship.
When it's my turn, you come back. Don't do that.
I just had to say that. I had to say that. I had to say that, bro.
It's my turn. Damn. Every show, 1,300 shows, everybody's blocking me when it's my turn.
And let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
You don't have to. I'm just kidding. I just had to do it. You opened that door.
It's every single time. That's why Reverend Pat laughed, because she knows it's true. Every time I get ready to say my little piece, somebody got to come in and block mine, okay? All I can say is, hey, man, we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all tune in tomorrow. Dope Living TV Live. Thank you, Melanin and Marriage, for coming on the show, hanging out with us. We appreciate y'all. We're going to see y'all next week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeedy.
Man, we enjoy.
I'll keep you in my prayers.
I was talking about that. Hold on.
I pray that you stay feeling good.
She said, Steve,
what she say?
She told Steve to don't keep him in her prayers.
Thank you.
Steve, you got a dope logo. FYI, you came across my profile. I said, "Oh my God, that is beautiful." Your epilepsy. It was a very nice logo. FYI.
No, seriously, because Gina said he wasn't feeling well.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being funny.
Oh no, but thank
we do pray that you feel better. Absolutely. You need anything? Look, phone calls away. We may not be there, but prayer works no matter what.
I need Greg to calm down.
I'm good.
Greg to calm down.
I'm waiting on Gina to tell me take us out, bro.
Go on, take us out, bro.
This is Dope Living TV Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Y'all have an interesting evening. Okay. Peace.